because I would love to talk about all of our gaming news.
Exactly.
And things that we want to talk about here.
Yeah, I think this is more what you wanted to talk about because Kingdom Hearts had a trailer and it seemed that you were excited for it.
It seems like we're getting a lot of game trailers lately for Nintendo-esque games that have been coming out lately. Especially the biggest one, I think it hit last week, was Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yes.
This thing looked like an augmented reality game of story in this. If you have no idea what Kingdom Hearts is, it's basically the story of this young boy in an alternate reality of sorts in the Disney verse with Mickey and Goofy and Donald and all this stuff, but it has elements of an RPG because it was made by Square Enix, the company that gave us all the Final Fantasy games.
Whoa.
So Disney, I think Disney approached Square and said, make us an RPG. This is what Square came up with.
Okay.
I didn't know. And we're now in the fourth game.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. I played the first game when I was a senior in high school. And that thing captivated me as soon as, I played it for the first time. Now that we're on to 4, I'm an adult and I'm jaded to the idea. I don't know if Kingdom Hearts 4 will be good. The trailer was great. We kind of got gameplay from it, but it's just there's so many games that are coming out,
What are you
I don't know if it'll get lost in the ether.
For 2022. I also remember you asking about Star Wars Lego the Skywalker saga. I have started it on my channel. Recently, and I'm gonna jump back into it when I'm done with Harry Potter the Lego game, which I'm done with this week. So I'm gonna get back into Star Wars. So far, it's a beautiful game. It's so much fun. But it's still a Lego game, like with Lego humor and stuff like that. So
I couldn't, even when I was catching your Harry Potter Lego game, I couldn't believe how good it looked and the mechanics of it, and also, sort of the story of it too. It inspires people to either go watch the movies again or read the books over, because that's what you were saying as well. There was a lot of things in the books that weren't necessarily highlighted in the movie or the game that you were playing specifically.
The game, Lego specifically, the Lego Harry Potter game, I'm really at the end of it, and it's basically the movies in a Lego-verse style and version, like with Lego plot twists. Some of the things are missing. Like, if you don't know Harry Potter, I would not recommend you play the game because it makes no sense. If you don't know the actual plot. But it's definitely movie-based and not book-based. There are big things in the movies that they change from the books that are happening in the Lego-verse that... Sorry, are not related at all. I'm waiting to see how it goes with Skywalker because I've only done New Hope. I finished New Hope. And it was way shorter than the movie, so I'm sure there's stuff missing.
Well, and when you say that, how condensed are they making these series? Like that chapter right there for New Hope. How long did that take you?
I would say I'll have to check. I think about 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
But
still seems short, but
it's short specifically because I didn't understand. Like, it made me redo some things. Like, it took me a while to kind of figure out what's going on with the game and how to continue. But because also I'm new to the Xbox, so I was trying to figure out the controller and like what's going on and how does it work, and so it took me a little longer. I think people can go through it pretty quickly. I also like to explore. I just wander around and explore. Yeah.
I've heard that the art style of this particular game is really nice.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see it on your stream.
It's so pretty. It's great. I also love that they changed it, that there's actual audio, like actual voice actors saying things and not just the grounding that you heard in Harry Potter. In Harry Potter, they're just saying like,
yeah.
And in Star Wars,
did you audition for that? That was spot on. Yeah.
I've been playing it for a while, but in Star Wars, they actually say dialogue. There's actually things going on, so it's a little more interesting.
I think Star Wars does that a lot with when they spin off things or when they have a cartoon version of something. Yeah. They don't necessarily get the original voice actors; they get the TV show actors to voice these things. And so I think I don't think Harry Potter Legos wanted to do that because they had the iconic voices. They wanted to keep those iconic voices instead of going with TV actor versions of Daniel Radcliffe. I don't think they'd want to do that. So I understand why they just had the grunts.
I also think it's the time period. Like, the annoying thing about Lego Harry Potter is that you cannot change the camera angle. Like, it's very old-fashioned. It's just stuck in whatever angle you're in, and that's it. And what the game gives you.
Correct.
Star Wars, you can go I think 360. Like, you can go all around. You can look at everything. So it's very different in that sense. I don't remember when Lego Harry Potter was made. Let's see. Because I think it's also just a time thing. Let's see.
Yeah. Well, and that's thanks to the game engine that the Skywalker Saga is running on to do all those things. So yeah, that helps.
Lego Harry Potter video game.
And I mean, this is a quick plug of where games are going. If you haven't checked out Unreal Engine 5 on YouTube and watch gameplay of those things, I mean, go check it out. It's amazing where games are going. So.
Okay. Initial release of the 1 to 4 was 2010. So it's been 12 years since the first games. What about the second, like the 5 to 7?
So when you say you completed it, you did. This is your 5 to 7 run right now.
Yes,
that I watched.
The 5 to 7 run. It came out in 2011. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been over 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm doing the 5 to 7, and I'm only doing the story pacing. I'm not doing I'm not trying to reach 100% in every chapter. I might go back to it, but I was more interested to go through the whole game and see how it goes.
Well, and if 100% means that you have to catch all of those little Lego bits as they fall, I mean, that's ridiculous.
It's not exactly that. It's more like you need to go back with other characters that can do other things, not necessarily Harry or Ron or Hermione, and do, for example, dark magic, and then open different things, or do, or you have to have a Weasley with you to open the Weasley boxes. There's like different characters that only they can do specific things.
Gotcha.
So that's what we need to do. But it's been interesting. Cool. What other games are you excited for in 2022?
Speaking about, I mean, Harry Potter, and it's been such a polarizing game. You know, even anything that's coming out now with the Potterverse it's polarizing anyways. But I'm super excited for Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, both of us have not seen Fantastic Beasts yet. We're going to talk about it next month. Yet. But I do think that everything that is coming out that is by J.K. Rowling has been polarizing. I know people who say that they're not ever going to watch Fantastic Beasts. They're never going to go to the movies. I know people who said that they're not going to play Hogwarts Legacy. And I'm very excited about Hogwarts Legacy, but I feel kind of guilty. And I don't want to feel guilty about being excited for it. So. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where, I mean, let's take Star Wars, for instance. Even though George Lucas is not helming it. Yeah. That is his baby. But now you feel like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are now helming that. So I wish Universal would do that kind of pivot away from Rowling and say, you know what, this is a new, even if it's a team of people that are revamping
Better be
those
a team
things.
of people. I prefer having a team than just one person.
I would love to see whatever Universal has as a streaming service, a TV show, and not even call it Harry Potter, but just call it The Wizarding World or something else, and it just revamps us and gives us a fresh start with somebody that's not so polarizing behind it. You know?
Yeah, especially if it's more like other periods. For example, Hogwarts Legacy is the 1900s, and J.K. didn't write any part of it. It's just loosely based on that world. Not loosely, it's based on the world she built, but it's not the story she's telling at all. So,
and I love that this might be a next step for things to come with Hogwarts, if that's what they wanted to. So I'm definitely gonna be playing it day one because it seems so exciting. It's a fresh new thing.
I want to. I'm just hoping that I won't get much hate. Like for me, it's more a debate if I'm gonna stream it or not. And guys, I want your opinion. I would love to hear it. If If you're curious about it, if you want me to stream it, let me know. For me, it's more that question. I'm gonna play it at some point for sure. The question is, do I stream it or not? That's my big dilemma over here.
Yeah, I get that. Besides that, I'm super excited for another PS5 game called Forspoken. It's been pushed back, but it's because they just want to make it good. And I think game development companies that are pushing back their releases to fix things are preventing the huge cyberpunk disaster that we got. I think it was in the end of 2020. That has given everybody a case study of what not to do with your game. No amount of patches can fix that debacle that happened with Cyberpunk's release. So any game development company that says, we got to push back to fix things and make sure it's the best content for you guys, I'd love that. I'm a huge PS5 fanboy, and so anything that comes out in the PS5 now that looks good, that's an original story,
I never had a
or
PS.
it's a remaster or something. Well,
I never had a PlayStation.
That's one of those things where if you've been a Windows user all your life, you don't even dip into Apple. You're not missing anything. If you've always been into Nintendo stuff and you never done PlayStation, you might not be missing anything. But that's just
the thing is that I've never been a console player until recently. Before the Switch, I had a Game Boy Color that is sitting right here. I've never had a different console.
Heyo, shout out.
Game Boy. I've never had another console. So for me, getting the Xbox was like, wow, now I'm opening up to like a PC kind of world, to all the games that I've never been able to play and that, because I am a Mac user, so gaming is not on my computer usually. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited that they're bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Xbox as well. It's not just the PS.
We need to start a GoFundMe to get you Game Pass, because Xbox Game Pass is the best decision for an Xbox player that I've heard.
I would love to get more, to get some subs and stuff to pay for it, but I am paying for it right now because I do want to explore it. If I will get enough from streaming to pay for my Game
Your
Pass,
addiction?
that's enough.
Oh, yes.
No, essentially just for Game Pass. I'm not asking for a lot, but Game Pass specifically, it will be enough. It's like $15 a month. So give or take. So it's not a lot to get to, but we can make it happen.
Yeah, I think Game Pass is just one of the best things that Xbox has ever done.
Yeah. To
allow people to play multiple games and everything. Hey, the sun's coming out. I think that's why my lighting's changing a bit. So.
It's 10:30 p.m.
I thought you were looking back to see, is the sun coming out for me too?
No, I was like, yeah, no, for me, no way. There's no sun.
Oh yeah, no way.
It's 10:30
I don't think I've ever. Have you ever? Does the sun come from that side right there?
No, I've never streamed when the sun is out.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, you have constant light. You're good. Mine freaks out.
I have constant light. I do have. Wait, I'll show you.
Oh gosh. Oh, an Elgato key light.
I have the Elgato key light that I've not set up yet, so I need to figure out where to put it.
You need to do a stream of just setting that up. That's awesome.
I only have one. I don't have two, so I'll have to find
Elgato, why are you not watching Yaeli's stream and sponsoring her? Seriously. Look at you. That's an Elgato mic, right?
Yep, that's the way.
It's an Elgato camera. right there. It's an Elgato capture card, right? Is. Yeah, see? Yep. Oh my gosh, Elgato sponsor Yaeli. Gosh. Give her that Xbox Game Pass.
I hope so. That would be amazing.